like that. So I'm gonna comment about anger biracial. So anger biracial's channel. There is a song where this camera skin, lighter brown skin brother saying he not black. We don't know anything about the slave ships, and black is a curse. So, he said, well, they say they pump it, they dress black, and I'm like, well, what is dressing black? Because dressing black will be African clothes. You talking about the Anglo-Saxon indoctrinated to black identity? Because we discern stuff. I'm going to discern it real good. Okay. Of course, the man is of African descent, but he's not 100% black. And I kind of agree with the energy because we need to stop letting white supremacists define who we are. The problem is the slave ship did happen, and we should be proud of our partial African roots, along with our indigenous and white roots. And not all white people are bad. Yeah, there were bad white people, but it's also bad people of African American and bad people who are Hispanic and bad. It's bad everywhere. There's people who say, why would you claim the white side of your family tree? There was a slave master in your family tree. I also have a white woman that was in my family tree as well. That my grandfather's passed away married. First, I'm not claiming their behavior. I'm claiming heritage. If you can't separate behavior and heritage, something's wrong with you. Because I'm not happy with what happened back in those days. That what my white ancestors did to my black and native and mixed ancestors. But we have to be real. We are part of their ancestry. We're not fully African. Okay? When I trace my lineage, I don't see 100% Africa. I see African, I see indigenous and European. My background is African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, Scottish, and American. It's funny that I advocate that because I did research in when I do get more money, I'm going to do some more research because I'm learning about who I really am, not by white supremacist standards. So, you're saying that the man have identity issues. Well, when you was bashing your dad and making videos about black identified men, because African American people are not pure black. Um, that's why I had an issue. You start bashing Martin Luther King when that man fought for our rights so we can have freedom, and about him liking a white woman. Okay, well that's putting sisters like white men, and he had white ancestry as well, Irish besides Native American. He couldn't marry or talk to a white woman, so he had to please his dad. I'm not saying he loved Coretta, but it was like arranged marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I'm glad we got rid of those racist laws. Because if someone's in love, it's funny everybody want to advocate same-sex marriage, but opposite gender marriage that's different racial backgrounds, people want to renegade. Um, the thing is, if he's in love with one particular woman, and society and family trying to tell him to go with this woman, of course, he's not going to be in love with that woman. I'm not saying he loved Coretta because I wasn't there when Martin King was alive or when Coretta was alive. But if someone forced me to marry a woman that I love, that's not going to, you're going to mess the marriage up. You're going to marry what's in your heart. You know what I'm saying? So that's not nobody's business about what he liked in white women. Because I'm sorry, I feel that people have a right to marry who they want to marry. If someone's saying here they don't like black women, okay, well, sister should say, well, I don't want to date that man either. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the Vestas. I heard the Vestas channel, and I get what some is saying because I do get criticized not being a stereotypical nigga to some people, okay? By some brothers who buy into being a stereotypical nigga. I'm not saying everybody does. But to sit here and make propaganda, that's why I'm also bashing your rhetoric, okay? Make propaganda everybody of African American descent that's a man or a woman is like that. Yes, I have Hispanic blood from Louisiana. I have black Spanish Creole roots. But yes, I bash racist Latinos. But I also acknowledge that not all Latinos are racist. Okay? Not all Latinos are racist. But we need to call it out because it is a problem in society that we have people like Nuri Martinez and George Zimmerman and Evan Lazada, Evan Lozada from Basketball Wives, and Erica Mena, and all these other people, Gerardo Rivera as well, when he was bashing O.J. Simpson, he did not kill Nicole. It was his son that did it. Okay, we already know that. He covered up for his son. I would never done that. But anyway, I welcome my son Blast, kill my ex-wife when she's white in this racist country. Therefore, I would definitely snitching on my son. Hell, thank God I'm not from the side generation. I'm Generation X. But anyway, point is, I'm not, like I said, you over here bashing this man saying we not black. He sounds just like you. Yeah, you're biracial. I'm not saying that you're not mixed. That man is not a full blown black man. I don't know what is black to y'all, but a full blown African before the race mixing was extremely dark. Looked like a Ledwig and Akon. And yet you do have people African descent who do have mixed background and who came out dark. So I get those who like white folks. But the band don't fit into a narrative of a pure black person. Is yes, he might have parents that was forced to say pure black because of stupid one drop rule. Because one thing I tell people, the one drop rule messed up our identity. We are multiracial part black people. We're not pure African. And him saying it was a curse, if you can iterate, examine, he not saying being black is a curse. What he's saying, and that's what I'm looking at, how the white supremacists see black. And I think that we stop. I don't understand how people want to whine about racism, but you let white supremacists define who the hell you are. I don't, and then when someone contradicts it with some proof, you want to feign them as a self-hater when actually y'all self-hater letting the white supremacists define who the hell you are. Because that's why we got folks calling each other niggas. Let me explain why I say that. Okay, you were born in 1984. I was turning 5 years old, so you just turned 40 this year? Or 41? You're 41, okay. So, when I was coming up, and I don't believe whooping kids, you got your ass whooped for saying the word nigga from your elders. And they might come out and say it, but there wasn't a word you couldn't curse and say the word. Over the years, since Jimmy Iovine and what's the other guy? Diddy boyfriend, white old boyfriend, Clyde Davis took over hip hop, and you had before that it was Jerry Heller, how they made it to a minstrel show with the gangster rap and using anti-black narrative, and you have brothers who have no self-esteem just going on with it. Don't get me wrong, I know there's brothers that are raised in the hood, but you also have those who was not raised to say the word nigga and go around calling themselves nigga and they just want to buy into a stereotype. And the words have power, because when they call themselves niggas, they do go to jail. They usually buy into crime. That word has power. So, and we know prison is slavery, okay, in this country. 13th Amendment says up for a criminal act. So instead of being the nigga, be a smart brother. They don't want to call themselves black and call themselves niggas and buy into a stereotype. They're not trying to do anything positive. Now, I'm not saying every brother, but the ones I see a lot refer themselves as niggas, they literally be the stereotype of the white supremacist, inferior complex about blackness. And that's something to talk about. So when the man said a curse, he's talking about that. He's not, saying about Africa, that we're indigenous. You're right, he has identity crisis because he is not fully indigenous. Just like, for example, I'm mixed with white, and if I came around and said I was white, y'all laugh at me, right? But if I told you, I'm mixed with it, it makes sense because I don't look white. You know what I'm saying? It's in my family tree. There. When you deny who the hell you are, I'm not with that because we need to do know about Africa, but not be forced to. Because I'm not going to be told what I can't get like I'm a damn plantation slave. I'm going to do what I want to do. Okay? And that's one thing I hate about this identity politics. They have used blackness as a curse to tell you what your place is instead of letting you make your own decisions. Because, yes, I'm agreeing with the fact that Thomas York should date a white woman. You put a sister with Thomas York, it's going to be a problem. Same thing with CDG. You put a brother, they let them go ahead and date these white folks. I'm not going to sit here and wait online, hold their hand after a little kid and tell a grown man, grown what to do. That's not my place. My place, me make my own decisions and do for me. So In black African American people, we're not pure black, bro. We're mixed. If you have two races or more of your ancestry, you're mixed. So the so-called black parent there, I laugh at that because it wasn't for the white and be nasty, white dick and pussy and the indigenous dick and pussy in that family tree, mixing with black and dick and pussy, y'all wouldn't be here. Your parents would not be. Your grandparents would not be here. So stop with that. Oh, my have black, my got two black parents, and they don't mean anything. Well, the great whoever pussy dick contribute your so-called black parent. Okay, thank you. Your parents not fully white as identified as self-identified, but ancestry-wise they mixed. Okay, wasn't for the dick pussy of different races in this city, they wouldn't be here. Their parents wouldn't be here. And I do be getting nasty because it's like you talk to people intelligent without cursing, they don't get it. But if you talk to them in a nasty, vulgar way, they get it. So, point is, so yeah, he should be proud of being part indigenous, but he needs to admit that he's not fully indigenous. And being African in a sense is not a curse, but society has made it to a curse, and we have people buy into that curse by referring themselves as niggas and being harassing thugs instead of being uplifting people of African American descent or Black American descent, whatever word you want to use. Because there is a manifestation. Once we had Clyde Davis and Jimmy Iovine, besides Jerry Heller, okay, promote the nigga mess and hood rat mess, and then manifests into reality to the point because you're talking to people who don't know their heritage, okay? That's what it is. Half of these African American people don't know where they came from. You don't do family trees. I do family trees. People talk about I don't know who the hell I am. How I don't know who the hell I am. I'm doing a family tree about my family that led me to be here. Okay, so when I'm technically saying I'm African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, Scottish, and American, I'm talking about my race, my heritage that led me to be here talking to y'all asses today. Okay? I don't care what the white supremacy is. White man's not God to me. If the white man say I'm a monkey, should I go around and call myself a monkey? Some of y'all have low self-esteem of who your ass are because y'all want to be your family tree. Don't want to know what's in your closet of your family tree and cover it up. But someone that's openly proud, and if I was not proud and said I'm African descent, the first group I mentioned was African American besides Native American, French. Okay, so there ain't no shame here. I'm just gonna buy into your inferior complex narrative, and I did go there because half y'all do have fear complex about blackness. When that man said it was a curse, I got offended. But every time you talk about negativity and make it as a generalization of being black, you're buying to the curse that the white supremacist planet. Okay? Because on your videos, Angry Biracial, every video was about bashing a brother. And his dating choices had nothing to do with your business. You married to that dark-skinned sister, right? Okay, then worry about her. Don't worry about what another man doing with his penis or what, because it's getting to the nerve that y'all going against someone's rights. Okay? Well, if a brother don't like a black woman, you got a bunch of so-called black women, because no one's pure black in this country, they're from Africa, who have divesting channels. And this is nothing new because they said that type of stuff when I was coming up. Or they actually did. When I was a kid, I seen people in my own family who was a sister, okay, treat white folks, white men coming out of the house, and my grandmother was all nice, and my grandfather pointed out about his wife, how she treated, and I saw that behavior way before I saw Destiny Child, the Destiny Child, excuse me, okay, right, because the actions speak louder than words. But when it came to my dad and me, she talked to me when this body go to her funeral. Okay, talk to us, and then she was trying to say, "Oh, I gave you this and that," but you can't play two sides of the coin. Be nice, give you something, and then be mean and rude. You cannot do that. Okay, so I saw that growing up. Okay, and I saw women in where I worked at. Where I worked at Macy's 10 years ago. White men and sometimes Hispanic men come in there. The women were so sisters, older than my mom too, older than my older sister. Just nice and kind. But when I came, it was an ugly attitude. And I'm sorry, as long as African American people normalize this be abusive behavior, we're not gonna come together. Okay, no one have time for nasty attitudes. I don't. Okay, I don't care if someone got black blood. I'm supposed to get a green lake. No, I don't. Okay, we should not tolerate disrespect within our own African community and also outside. That's what we're talking about the African business being boycotted. I also talk about white-owned business, Hispanic and Asian ones too. And I put their bitches on blast. Y'all know that, right? Okay. Okay, I sure did. And like I say, I don't have time for disrespect. Because if you disrespect me, it ain't gonna be pretty. Okay, So, point is, that's why when I was homeless on the street and they try to keep you out, baby, what I do? Contact the CEO. You damn right. Somebody about to get fired. I came here to support the business, regardless if I don't have a house or not. And I was supporting business before I lost my apartments. So why I get treated less than here because I lost my apartment? Not every home person out here stealing. But funny, white cousins of ours, not all white people, they get mad stealing. I don't steal damn thing. I don't believe in stealing. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Actually, a white girl is stalking me. I do believe that's connected to our stalker now in Phoenix. A white woman named Melissa, I'm gonna say her name, McVeigh. She been stalking me ever since she stole my stuff. I told her I didn't want to talk to her anymore. She first stole my homegirl's stuff in her store, my homegirl's manager at night, and then she started stealing from me. Okay, and I told her I didn't want to talk to her anymore. I want to be friends with her. Okay, and she was a couple of days ago we went to church to get some food and stuff. I ain't mean to act a fool, but outside of the church, I showed there, I cussed her ass out right at the bus stop. I showed there and give her people thought I was being a monster. I'm letting know for anybody trying to call laws, I don't want that bitch. I don't like her. I'm telling her to stop committing a crime. I don't care about her being a charlatan white girl, okay? Who like to steal from people, okay? Right? She about your age, 1 year older than you. But, and her part Mexican, part white son, her baby mixed, part Mexican, part white. Her son, who's 20-something old in college, him and his girlfriend don't want nothing to do with their man. Okay? His man, should I say, and I don't blame him. Okay? So, and like I say, she was trying to give her brother. I don't want that bitch. Okay? My mixed BBC ain't touching her pussy. And it's not gonna happen. Okay? No. Ain't about, no, and brother coming to my comment talking, oh, we gonna hit that. Yeah, let her call you a nigger. She didn't call me that. She knew better, but she told me when she get mad when she was helping me out. And I said, don't you use that word for me. So I will go off on her bitch ass. I sure will. Okay? Her family is racist. And her family, she's 40-some years old. Once again, she wants some BBC. Some mixed BBC. Because nobody is pure black unless she was African. Okay? Black identified mixed BBC. But I'm mixed identified mixed BBC. Thank you. Because my background ain't 100% black. Okay? My ancestry. So, point is, and she ain't touched it. She come near, and she was trying to cuddle with me while we was asleep. No, I don't want you to cuddle with me. First of all, you smell like cigarettes and you stink, have a nasty attitude. No, I got status with what type of woman I want. Okay, I know some. So and don't get wrong. Speaking of the brothers, I know there's some low stepping brothers who want that snow bunny, but no, hell no, I don't want that bitch. And no, when she came to me, helped me out with some stuff. It did backstab me. I ain't come looking for her bitch ass, and she's just talking to me. So yeah, trust me, people. So yeah, be careful. I don't care about her being a damn white woman, cuss her bitch ass out. If she was black ass, so I cuss her bitch ass out. On top of that, for colors, and then I get the police off in trouble too for facial pressure, cut off all that shit. I want that hoe. Thank you. That's y'all who want that hoe. Shit. But I don't want that hoe. Hell no. Hell, I want no damn bitch. If I want to go give me a white woman, at least look like Pam Anderson back in the day. Not the Pam we saw at the gala, at the fashion gala. I don't know what happened to Pam Anderson. Bitch, hold on, was she at the doggone the mansion parties, those spirit cooking? That's yeah, I think she was. When that Marina, whatever name, Biracial came over and they had a human cake. Was she in the audience with all the celebrities? Well, human cake. Yeah, human cake with blood. Look at human cake. Well, I guess the devil to make sure the good looks don't look good when she was back in Baywatch days. Okay, but when she was in Baywatch, she was something else. I'll go with that. Okay. Yeah, and show the yeah, no, yeah, I go ahead and say, when it comes to white women, I date a brunette, a red hair, but I like blondes, okay? And Melissa ain't no damn blonde. Yeah, I like blondes. I don't give a damn shit. I like blondes. Give a fuck. Yeah, I like blondes. I don't give a damn shit. I like what the fuck I want. Like, I got cousins who got blonde hair. Well, when I told you I met my Asian Dr. cousin, his wife, Dr. Mama, my mom alone is a cousin. Come on, my grandma and Bud Collins, Fitzgibbons. Okay, that's on that side of the family tree, and they have blonde hair. So do his sisters and his mama, Dr. Mama, because he was Dr. He's Asian. They have blonde hair. So I see why I like blonde hair. Maybe my grandma had blonde hair too. Anyway, who was white? My mama's side of the family. But anyway, Melissa don't get on no hell to no. Hell no. She smokes cigarettes. I'm not kissing no woman that smokes no damn cigarettes. I don't smoke either. I don't want funky ass breath in my damn mouth. Hell to the fucking no. Ugh. No. But you had some thirsty brothers. And I ain't trying to be cousin, some dog ones. Cause I'm Cameron's got my dog Chocolate. Who wants some snow bunny. I ain't say all brothers like that, but one lost his job, old school brother. Sure did. Let her sleep in the doggone office, and then she was supposed to sleep in there. Sure did. Yep. I'm like, brother, don't get mad at me. I don't want that. She hang with me because we was friends, platonically. I don't want that bitch. You can have her. Shit. I don't want her, okay? I'm like, bro, I don't know her. Right. Shit. Choose if I was gonna give me a wife, I'm gonna give me a fine one. I ain't gonna get no raggedy end looking bitch. I ain't gonna get no damn sisters like damn who that bitch. I like a fine sister, like in Vogue, okay? Don't like somebody look like Sexy Red, okay? Okay? I got standards. Shit. Okay? You out there looking for a mate, you must have standards. Y'all know y'all said because y'all want some piece of ass. And then when y'all get mad who y'all fucking have a piece of ass with. Because it wasn't love at all. It was just trying to get some lust on. And you make a baby, y'all have to deal with child support and all that other crap. And yeah, that's y'all fault looking for lust. Looking for love wrong places. And if I wasn't lust, at least I put a damn condom on, dude. Shit. But half y'all just want bed hopping. Can't make a bed rocking, bed hopping, the person bed hopping end up having problems with your bitch ass and you don't want to deal with it because y'all have a child together. See? It should be bed hop. I can make your bed rock. That song, Young Money. Okay. This is Young Money's nerves back in 2010. I said, y'all, it was on, yeah. I talked about that. Let's talk about that. Anyway, but point is, no, I want that bitch. Okay? And yeah. So the point is I'm trying to say is that not every brother. If we do like white women, we got white blood in us. Thank you. You heard what I said. We have white in us anyway, so we like white women just like the sisters like white men. Go right ahead, marry white man. You got white blood in you too, sister. You be dark chocolate, caramel, brown skin, but how y'all right? That's let people do them. I don't understand. You have a mixed race background. Your father was dark skin, mother's Arab, white person. Yes, you didn't have the best experience. I get it. But not everybody has that experience in your biracial. Okay? And it does get on my nerves. Yeah, I come from a toxic family too. And but that's one thing they want people who identify as mixed to have every tragic situation. And those who identify as more racial to have a better situation. And that's what I hate those type of look. Because y'all give into the thing. Here's what the Golden Spear show was. Okay. And so, but not everybody accuracy, uh, is toxic. But I call the toxic shit out on my channel. I don't sit here and say everybody is one thing. Now that's all I gotta say. But no, but the truth of that is, because I got a subject, can't deal with that crazy bitch that's trying to stop me. I do think she's connected with the dude down there in Phoenix. Okay, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I guess I am. Thank God I didn't see her last week. Yep, thank God I did. When I went to the church over here, showed it. I prayed that she was not there. Woo! God answer prayers, don't he? Okay. Shout out to drinking my moringa tea. Moringa tea kind of make it help my yeah, yeah. I can get a little ugly, but at the same time, I have the happiness too. And I drink some chamomile tea as well. I'm so tired. What time is it about? Okay. But let's get back to the subject, okay? But yeah, to the dude that's saying that we not black, you are part of African descent. You might not want to use the word black. Those because I got to go there. Because those terms, if you're right, the man's right about black and white. Those are not. Thank you. Do you know what how race started? I can't. What's the man's name? He's a German pathologist. He was very racist. He came out with the idea of race. Remember, the word white was invented over here in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Doing the Bacon Rebellion, and I'm related to the Bacon family because of my grandmother who was bug and bacon descendant. Okay, so I traced my lineage 9 years ago. Okay, so service to the Bacon Rebellion. That's the reason why we had the word white and black. Do you understand? You really got what they do with the Native American hairdresser. Oh, he's right. That black and white is a made. Those are made up terms that guide society. So and yes, we are a part indigenous. We're not fully. We do have ancestry in Africa and in Europe, besides here. So I identify with my multiracial background. And yes, my ancestors came out of slavery. Those who are African descent. Okay, because not all my ancestors were African. I have European ancestors who were also slave owners. Okay, and I have indigenous ancestors. My grandfather died Traiteers. And I get the strong indigenous pride because I used to get very upset with our people, African descent, nowhere mixed. You let a white supremacist call you all type of niggas on those shows, like a talk show, they'll tell you to go back to Africa, but his ass from Europe. Like, I used to get like, hold on, we have indigenous now, Native American, Native American Indian at the time. We're not fully African, and we're also European, but this man whose family trees from Europe gonna tell us to go back to Africa. What type of bullshit is that? Take your bitch ass back to Europe. And I'm not anti-European because I have European blood. I'm mixed with European. Okay, thank you. I ain't sharing that either. But don't tell me I got 3 homelands, baby. three. Ooh, 3 homelands. North America, Africa, and Europe. I have 3 homes. Okay? Due to my ancestry. It felt good for saying it took us of being real who I am. Okay? So, yeah, can't tell my ass to go back to Africa. I choose to go to Africa whenever I choose to go to Africa. Nobody tell me what I can I do. Don't tell me. 45, be 50, 46, be 46 soon. Okay? I'm a grown ass man. I'm almost near a senior age. Okay? I'm middle age. Okay? I ain't no child no more. So, point is, so I am indigenous because I have a foot-grandfather who was Cherokee that died of the Traiteers in 1836 in Alabama. John Wolfe Jackson's name. His granddaughter was, not granddaughter, his daughter-in-law was biracially black and white. My foot-grandmother, Phyllis, on my big mama's side. On my daddy's side, favorite tree. See how I know my ancestors? You gotta know where you come from. A lot of y'all don't know who the hell y'all come from. Y'all just going on with society. And there's one thing about me. That's why I know the intimidation and harassment I get from people, particularly one down in Phoenix, does not stop me. I can care less about you saying I'm not mixed. It's the harassment I have a problem with. And I want to address this too again. I never tried to go to the spirit. Okay? Never had. I got connected with Ghost Spirit, deal with this bullshit, a lot of bullshit. And that's all I was caring about, because shout out to Gigi, the Go to Goddess. I was trying to team with her, even though I did in the past before we came together, deal with somebody harassing us, but to as friends. Me personally, I saw Gigi and I was trying to hook up with her as a ally against Bluish Jalapa. was not trying to go to school. Okay? Because Bluish Lotto did a lot of damage. And they had my channel taken out by some 3 racist Latino dudes he's cool with. So that was my beef with Bluish Lotto. Also, I want to address that some troll came on my channel and said, I was talking about Umar Johnson, I believe, and said that Bluish Jalal told him that I went to his house in Cleveland and we had sex and physical intimacy and we still relate. Like, hold on. First off, I don't go, no. Hell to no. That would never happen. Okay? That's not my thing. Second of all, no. That's disgusting. I don't want to address that idiot, but a biracial universe, something like that, biracial something. Don't come to my channel with that bullshit, okay? Whatever Bluish said I did, no, I never came. Like the person said I was going to Bluish because I had a MapQuest. No, I was using that MapQuest to go take his ass to fucking court. I can't go to the judge and say, Bluish Lotto, in the honor, Bluish Lotto had 3 dudes have my channel taken out. They gonna say, can you address the man by his real name? Thank you. Okay, I have to have his information to give to take him to court, which is, I got my channel now. No, I'll take you to the court if I choose to. That was wrong what they did to me, but I got my channel back now, so I ain't worried about that, Shit, I ain't trying to go down some ghetto ass neighborhood, please go look for some damn satanic ass motherfucker who's racist. And no, I don't care for Bluish Lotto. He's just that